All right. Back in video 1.5, we talked about systems thinking and about the capacity to make distinctions and how important that is to be able to really understand what's happening for us. So I want to talk about two related kinds of distinctions that are important for us to make. One is that when a conflict happens, when we're going to try to figure out how to speak the helpful truth in the context of this particular circumstance, one of the things we want to be able to distinguish between is what is it that's actually happening? What is arising in the world in as close to reality as we can get to it, but consensual reality? What do we all agree is happening, is arising? And what does that mean to me? What's going on with me? How does that impact me when that happens? What's going on in my own interior? When there's a particularly big event that happens, or there's a pattern of events in a significant relationship, it keeps coming up again and again, we might find ourselves stewing about it. And if you're stewing about it, you're continuing to think about it, sort of ruminating what's going on here. So stewing, S-T-E-W, becomes a helpful kind of map for understanding our own interior. The thing that we're first going to notice is, what do we want? What do we wish for? I wish you would. I wish that this was, we're pretty clearly wanting something when the conflict arises. If we sit with what we want for a little bit, we're going to think about it. We're going to make sense of it. We're going to have an understanding of what our heads think is happening as we're making meaning of it. And if we get a little bit under that, we're going to discover, oh, I got some feelings about this. This makes me really sad. This scares me. I'm angry. I'm hopeful, maybe, but there's all kinds of feelings that are happening under that. And if we get down closest to the kind of the bottom of where it's arising for us, we actually have sensations. If you think about what is that sensation that you have when you're angry, for example? How is that different from the sensation you have when you feel grateful? We feel these things in our bodies as sensations, which give rise to emotions, which we make sense of with thoughts. And then we have a wish. This is what I wish was happening. Now, there are other kinds of interior things going on too. We have imagination, we have intuition, but these four are particularly valuable for us as ways of making distinctions about our own interiority when there is a pattern of conflict. Because if we're going to speak the helpful truth and it's about something that's never happened before, it's never going to happen again, we're probably not quick enough to figure it out. For most of this, what we're going to be doing is looking at patterns. When does this happen? Has this happened before? When it happened before, how did it impact me? What were emotions? What the emotions arising for me at that point? And so as we study that pattern, we want to know, okay, when I'm stewing about it, when I have sensations, thoughts, emotions, and wishes, what's going on in my own interior? Because I have to be grounded in that experience, because if I'm not grounded, I'm going to be reactive. I'm not going to be able to speak the helpful truth. All right?